Flow Slam. This ain't High Spots. This ain't the network. I am counterculture.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent tonight, Nick Richards!
Trash.
Richards! Oh God! Oh good Lord! Cassidy with a spike! 2! What in the hell? There's a railroad spike in the ring! Good Lord! Good Lord! Just heard that thing crash against the concrete! And Richards just came off of a brilliant technical wrestling match with Roy Wilkins and Battlecade, and he is going to have an entirely different type of opponent here. You can't think of a more drastically different wrestler from Roy Wilkins than Tripp Cassidy, but here we are. And coming into this, everybody's expecting, frankly, everybody's expecting an all-out brawl, a fight with these two. So many similarities with these two wrestlers. But Tripp Cassidy with the first big blow of the match, going low with the kick.
What happened to you, Richards?
And Tripp Cassidy already jaw-jacked with Richards. This is a guy in the past who has never endeared himself to the CWF fans. Nice move by Richards with the arm drag. And a second one, and this is kind of a new Nick Richards. He's trying to wrestle more. He's trying to be more of a traditional pro wrestler.
Yeah, very much so. In fact, earlier tonight, Tripp Cassidy went so far as to call Nick Richards a sellout. Said he's a sellout for wearing tights, for trying to be a traditional professional wrestler, and for, quite frankly, getting away from the deathmatch style that has defined both of these men's careers.
Right, Tripp Cassidy's, whoa, nice move by Richards. Beautiful cradle. 2, no, and Cassidy able to kick out. That was a great boot. Oh, and Cassidy kind of baited him in there, got him with that rolling elbow. Yeah, Cassidy, he's had matches in IWA Mid-South, CZW. He's a deathmatch wrestler. He's a brawler.
Richards firing away.
Yeah, Richards will still come at you with those heavy shots, so.
Yeah, last summer we saw Nick Richards win the Johnny Weaver Cup tournament. Said I don't know if I'm somebody that Johnny Weaver would be proud of, but I want to be.
Right, it seemed like his whole mindset changed with that tournament. It's almost like we saw it's like we saw the dying days of the lost cause in that tournament. Oh, nice elbow.
Richards into the cover.
I feel like if anybody could bring that mentality out of him, though, it might be a Tripp Cassidy.
You might be right.
We know that if you come in with a technical mindset against Tripp Cassidy, you can be successful. He had a very tough match with Trevor Lee recently for the title, and Trevor Lee out-wrestled him.
And this is what Tripp Cassidy wants. Tripp Cassidy wants to see a fight that goes to the floor. Heads up on the outside.
Nice shot.
Oh, caught him right, maybe in the larynx, in the throat.
Yeah, illegal shot, but he's telling the fans to move.
Oh, sent Richards into the chairs and into the concrete.
Man, I think if the fans had known what was coming, they might have actually tried to catch Richards. They love him that much.
Right now, Richards is down on the floor, and the blue-eyed devil is stalking Richards and screaming at the official.
And I'll never look at Tripp Cassidy and not think of the near riot that he incited a couple of years ago in this very building. It's a guy who's never been popular in this arena.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier tonight with Percy Davis, who said, hey, man, I want you to know I'm not about that life anymore. I'm not one of those type of people. I want to do good. I want to be a wrestler. I want to succeed here. Tripp Cassidy said point blank, I don't want to succeed here. I want to burn it down.
Right. That was their goal that very first night. They didn't succeed, but I think it's always been in the back of his mind for the last 2 years.
Cassidy taking it to the floor here. What is this? Looking ominously is Tripp Cassidy.
Oh, that count's getting kind of high. Oh, is he going to do the cactus elbow?
No, stopped him.
Face full of feet.
Richards stopped him. Richards, ooh,
Broke the count.
he broke the count, but he's back to the floor. The street fighter inside Richards, it's almost like he can't help himself.
Right, and this is exactly what I said a moment ago. Tripp Cassidy might be the guy to bring it out of him. You know, your traditional pro wrestler, you know, he's not going to want to fight on the floor like this.
Right, Richards faced Roy Wilkins back at Battlecade, and there was really no question that that was going to be the kind of matchup that Richards wants to have. But, oh, he said, give me the old Nick Richards. Tripp Cassidy, plain as day, just said, give me the old Nick Richards.
Well, sometimes you better be careful what you ask for.
No one has spilled more plasma on the floor of the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium than Nick Richards. And Tripp Cassidy wants that trend to continue tonight. Richards into the post.
You know what? Sometimes the worst thing that can happen to a fighter is that they get civilized, though. And Richards, he might be getting civilized, and it might cost him some matches here, and he could get hurt really bad against a guy like Tripp Cassidy.
Good Lord, what a wild night of CWF Worldwide we have had here tonight. Mitch Connor trying to fight Donnie Dollars, Smith Garrett trying to fight Osiris, and now we've got two more, and these are two top fighters. And I would say in the ring, but they're on the floor. Now they're headed back to the ring. Tempers are flaring here tonight on CWF Worldwide. We thank you wherever you are in the world for joining us. We hope that you will subscribe and never miss an episode of CWF Worldwide, but man alive. Yeah, it's at a boiling point here tonight.
Yeah, it's been a heated night. I just want to piggyback and I just want to personally thank all the new fans that jumped on board after Battlecade that slid into my DMs and asked me things about wrestling and some other stuff. But, you know, they want to know more about CWF. They want to know more about the history. So dive into the YouTube page, look at the flashbacks, learn the history, and I think you'll like what you find.
Big shout out to our friend Johnny P, who put together an amazing highlight reel of the entire Trevor Lee Brad Attitude saga. Check that out if you have not already. And Tripp Cassidy trying to make his own highlight reel here in the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium. I think you might be onto something. When Tripp Cassidy challenged Trevor Lee for the Mid-Atlantic Championship, Tripp Cassidy didn't really get to have Tripp Cassidy's match.
Right.
And perpetually in this one, we are seeing Tripp Cassidy try to have his match against Nick Richards.
And he's been mostly successful at it. It kind of shows that Richards is someone who's trying to become a technical wrestler and trying to learn that game versus a Trevor Lee who is a master at it.
I don't know if our cameras picked it up, but Tripp Cassidy just said he's been neutered. He put tights on. An absurd point of view. He called Richards a sellout earlier. Richards, who used to wrestle in tattered jeans like that of Tripp Cassidy right now. Richards, in trying to be more presentable, has alienated himself from scumbags like Cassidy.
It's like people that say Metallica sold out when they cut their hair, for crying out loud.
Great cover. All the weight was on the shoulders, but Richards still survived it. That was an expert cover from Tripp Cassidy, who quite frankly is a wealth of experience to pull from. Tripp Cassidy could be an amazing professional wrestler if he so chooses, but he wants to be a street fighter. He wants to spill blood and guts, and he wants to drag Nick Richards back down to that place where Richards is spilling blood and guts.
Right, there is a talented pro wrestler in there in Tripp Cassidy. He says, like you said, he chooses not to be that guy. And Richards struggling, trying to get out of this chin lock, and he succeeds. A second elbow to the solar plexus. He got his attention.
Richards loves that butterfly suplex. Can he hit it? Yes, sir!
Beautifully done. Man, you can't discount how tough Tripp Cassidy is, though. Man, what is Richards doing here? Trying to pull him in that corner. I don't know what he's trying to do. And this is where Richards kind of messes up. He's getting out of his wheelhouse. Eats another elbow. I'd say that's about the fourth or so elbow he's eaten.
Caught him with that knee right on the chin, and Tripp Cassidy had silenced the hundreds of people that are in support of Nick Richards. This building is packed, and Tripp Cassidy has silenced all of them.
Right, Richards fires back with another elbow. I want to thank all the fans that showed up tonight. The weather sucks outside, and everybody, we got another big house here in the Sportatorium.
Oh, good thinking on the part of Richards. Michinoku? Yes, sir. Right into the cover.
Great move by Richards, but not quite enough.
That was great thinking, too, and that was the kind of thing that you would not have seen out of Richards years ago. Michinoku driver, he went right into the cover. He did not waste time. He went right into the cover. He didn't reposition his body. No wasted motion, no wasted movement, not even a second out of place. Richards is on point as he attempts to challenge Trevor Lee for the Mid-Atlantic Championship. That's his prize for winning the Weaver Cup. He can cash in that title shot, quite frankly, whenever Richards thinks he's ready.
Absolutely. Oh, sunset flip. Two. And that's the thing with that Michinoku driver that a lot of people don't know how to execute properly. You got to go right to the cover from it, otherwise it's not effective. Oh, there's your teeth. And they might be in the floor right now.
Cassidy has used those knees with precision.
Wizard. And that's a little differently than the one you see from Roy Wilkins. That was all knees.
This is a fight. And I almost thought that Tripp Cassidy had outfought Nick Richards, but Nick Richards stays alive. I had it on the tip of my tongue. This is a fight, and Tripp Cassidy has won it, but Richards stayed alive.
Yeah, Richards is alive, but if you're talking about the match being a fight, so far Tripp Cassidy has had the advantage when it becomes a fight.
Richards has said, I don't want to be a fighter. Said, I want to be respectable.
Oh, Richards, man, he looks dazed.
Yeah, he is.
Man, he has a glassy look in his eye right now. That's illegal.
Now, the tombstone pile driver is an automatic disqualification. Connor! Oh, no!
No, Walsh has got to stop this.
Tombstone will be a disqualification if he hits it. Richards with a head scissors?
Man.
And it blocked the tombstone.
That was desperation.
Cassidy was ready to throw the match out if it meant hurting Richards. I want to make that clear. Richards!
Oh, and he eats another elbow!
He got hit right in the mouth again. And Cassidy again is trying to clear out this capacity crowd here at the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium. Now what?
Oh, God! That was sick! A sickening splash!
You heard the smack of Richards' body. Good Lord.
That was disgusting.
I don't know if Cassidy has gotten the fight out of Richards that he wants, but he has gotten one hell of a fight nonetheless.
Yeah, been a great match, but Cassidy, I think, has this one wrapped up. Referee up to 6.
Oh, Cassidy says, count me out. Cassidy does not care about the win or the loss. He wants the fight. Oh, he's making Walsh start over.
Oh, he broke the count.
That doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah,
Cassidy is a mad dog.
Yeah, get the win and get paid and go home.
Richards gives it right back to Cassidy on the outside. Cassidy likes it. Chip Cassidy likes the fight.
This is what he wanted.
He wants that aggression out of Richards. Look at the smile on his face. Oh, God.
This is a crazy man. Oh, man alive. Richards is unloading. Oh, and he went to the throat again. Walsh admonishing him, but no DQ right now.
Counts at 6.
Nick Richards!
Richards right there. Butterfly suplex. Boom!
On the floor.
Count is 8.
Come on! 9! Come on, Nick, get in here!
Well, Richards. It looked like Richards was going to go for something else, but took the win instead.
Richards took the win instead of the fight. He took the win instead of the fight. Cassidy tried to pull that deep, dark place that's in Richards out, and Richards took the win instead of the fight.
And Tripp Cassidy almost succeeded in bringing the lost cause out of Nick Richards.
2 minutes and 11 seconds. Your winner by countout, Nick Richards!
Richards could have splattered the brain of Tripp Cassidy on the floor. He heard the count, he got back in the ring and took the victory.
Win's a win. Hey, Nick Richards!
I think I proved my point. You're in there, and I'm not here. You'll never fight like a man again.
Nick Richards, I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. There was a time not that long ago that you would have stayed on the outside and fought. You took the win instead of the fight. You have been true to your word that you want to be respectful, that you want to be a champion. My question to you is, any more thought given to when you want to cash in that Mid-Atlantic title opportunity?
When I'm ready. And while I appreciate the sentiment from all of you guys each and every month, each and every time we're here, only I can know when I'm going to be ready to challenge for the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. Because the way it's looking, that champion will be Trevor Lee. And it ain't no secret that Trevor Lee is one of the best this country has to offer. 6 months ago, that Tripp Cassidy fight would have been a hell of a lot more fun, probably a lot more dangerous, but that's not where my focus is right now. I worked long and hard to crawl out of the hole I put myself in, and I am not going to squander the one opportunity I have to fight our champion. I will fight our champion. And it will be right here in the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium. But I will do it when I'm ready.